Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're putting on our digital detective hats.
Yeah, we're looking at an online fashion retailer, Ciara Boutique.
Exactly. We're using this really detailed review from good, genuine reviews as our guide here.
And the goal, really, for you listening, is to kind of understand something key about online shopping today.
Which is?
Well, it's about spotting the difference.
Mhm.
When does a really slick website stop being a legit store and maybe become more like just a fancy promise?
A digital promise, yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to look good online now, maybe easier than building actual trust.
That's the core of it. It's cheaper to get that tech polish than genuine social proof.
Okay, so let's start with Ciara Boutique's first impression. They claim they're based in Victoria, British Columbia.
Hmm.
And the website itself, it's really quite stunning. Very classy, soft, modern design. It gives off this like luxury boutique vibe.
It absolutely does. The review mentions this too. The site looks like a dream destination.
Yeah.
Very professional. And initially, things check out. The source points out the site is clean, the categories, dresses, tops, shoes, jewelry, they're all well sorted.
Makes sense.
And it has the features you look for, right?
Yeah.
Order tracking, HTTPS security.
It looks secure.
Yeah, the little padlock icon and everything.
Exactly. But here's the thing, and this is crucial insight from the review. Things like tracking, that security badge, even the clean template. That's all kind of standard now.
What do you mean standard?
Well, they're what we might call table stakes,
Uh-huh.
the basic requirements. They're easy to add using platforms like Shopify.
Ah, okay. So having them doesn't automatically mean it's a super trustworthy established business.
Precisely. It's a low barrier to entry. It signals functionality maybe, but
Yeah.
not necessarily deep-rooted trust.
Gotcha. So that's where we need to start looking a bit deeper beyond the surface polish?
Yes, this is the pivot point. The site does all the functional things right, checks those boxes.
Yeah.
But when you try to peek behind that beautiful window display, well, the review suggests the stage might be a bit empty. Okay, so where does the critical analysis start? What are the first big warning signs?
It really starts with what's missing, especially regarding social proof. That's a huge signal for legitimacy these days, particularly in fashion.
Right, like Instagram tags, customer photos.
Exactly. And what's striking here is the silence. For a boutique aiming for that contemporary, maybe even luxury feel, there's basically no strong social media presence mentioned.
Mm.
We're talking no obvious community of shoppers showing off their purchases, posting hauls, no influencers tagging them that you can easily find.
No real verifiable customer reviews popping up everywhere.
Not according to the source, no.
Yeah.
And that kind of user-generated content, UGC,
Yeah.
it's like the engine for direct-to-consumer fashion now. For it to be seemingly absent, that's, well, it's unusual. Very unusual.
Okay, that's flag number one. What else?
The missing links continue when you look for just basic business transparency, things you'd expect to find easily.
Like how to contact them.
Yeah, so there is an online contact form on the site, but that seems to be it. The review really emphasizes that key things are missing from that contact page.
Like a phone number or an address.
Exactly. No physical mailing address listed.
Yeah.
No customer service phone number you could just call up.
Just the form. That feels a little distant, doesn't it, for customer service?
They can, yeah.
Yeah.
If we think about that stage set metaphor again, this is another sign it might just be a facade.
How so?
Well, real established boutiques, even small online ones, usually offer more public proof they exist, right? Maybe photos of their actual small shop if they have one, or pictures of the team.
Or at least a verifiable business address you can look up.
Precisely. Ciara Boutique, based on this review, doesn't seem to offer that kind of essential context. You're left with just this really detailed digital promise.
Okay, so we've got the lack of social proof, the limited contact info, the missing transparency. It's starting to paint a picture.
It is a picture that requires caution.
So let's get practical. What's the bottom line for someone thinking of buying? Is it a scam?
The source, good, genuine reviews. Stop short of calling it a definite scam. But the message is very clear. It's a shop with caution situation. Overwhelmingly so.
Shop with caution. Okay, so what's the advice then if someone is really tempted by, say, a dress they saw?
The practical recommendation is pretty straightforward, actually,
Yeah.
but smart.
Which is?
Treat it like a test run first. If you absolutely love something, maybe just order something small and inexpensive.
Like an accessory, piece of jewelry, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Something low risk.
Yeah.
Use that small purchase to test the whole process. See if the item actually arrives. How long does shipping take? What's the quality like?
And maybe try contacting customer service about that small order. See if you get a response.
That's a great idea, too. Basically, see if they can deliver on that digital promise on a small scale before you commit any serious money.
Right, that makes a lot of sense. Test the waters.
Mm-hmm.
This whole situation, it really brings up a bigger question for me, thinking about online shopping in general. It's like, when basic website functions are so easy to implement now, and good design is so accessible, when does a beautiful site cross that line? From being a legitimate storefront to just being, well, a really convincing piece of digital fiction.
That's the tension, isn't it, in modern e-commerce? It's appearance versus verifiable history or substance.
You're being asked to trust the polish.
You are. How much do you weigh that slick presentation against things that are harder to fake?
Yeah. So maybe the final thought we leave everyone with is something along those lines.
Go on.
How much value do you put on those harder to forge signals, the real social proof, the actual transparency about who and where they are versus just a really professional, polished website?
It's definitely something to think about next time you're tempted by a beautiful online store you haven't heard of before.
Absolutely. Shop wisely out there.